Hey, I'm Dëra, and you are watching Freeme TV Studio X, the making of Joeboy's baby. I actually made the beats on my bed, in my room, my bedroom, and I use my earpiece because I actually do not know how to I don't know how to like speakers to make beats for now. Then I actually sent it to an artist first, but it didn't really work out. Then there was a friend of mine, his name is Kyo, by the way, super dope producer. I sent him the beats just for him to like hear it and stuff. Then he was like, yo, that this beat is fire. Like, he has a friend of his that, oh bro, I have a friend of mine and he's a really good singer. I want him to like jump on the beat and stuff. I was like, oh yeah, cool. I was like, cool. Then he sent it to Joeboy. Joeboy loved it. Then he called me on the phone. I think he called me the next day and he told me that he needed the full beats. Then I sent him the full beats. Like in like 5 hours, he recorded the whole song. Like literally 5 hours. I didn't plan on giving him the beat. I didn't even think of him at the time. Although I used to listen to his music when I was in my year one. I was always like, oh, I would love to work with this guy because he's actually a really good artist and stuff. Yeah, then eventually I had the opportunity to work with him and it was great, it was amazing. I'm gonna show you guys how I made Joeboy's baby. Yay. Okay, so to be honest, I actually started with the melody. I actually had like a different sound at first for the melody and it went like this. It actually had like, it started off like this. Trash, right? Extremely trash. So from there, I decided, I was like, oh, that this wasn't sounding like dope enough. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just like switch it up and stuff. And apparently I just played something different on it. Then it was that easy. Then, but I found out that I actually did not like the sound. I actually didn't like the sound. Then I decided to change it. I switched it up. And when I changed it, it wasn't still sounding exactly what I wanted. So I was like, oh, you know what? Let me just use my voice. I actually recorded my voice to get the flute sound. And that's what we hear right here. I used my voice to make the flute sound. I actually made it on Ableton first. For producers out there, I made it on Ableton. Then I exported it as a waveform and I put it onto FL Studio. That's how I got that sound. Like I put like different effects on it and stuff to make it sound like that, but it was my voice. The next sound was a sound from Serum and it sounded like this. Well, like I actually did that because I wanted it to sound like wavy. No, when I mean wavy, I mean like all this like surfers, like soft guys, people like surf on the like ocean and stuff. It was like I wanted it to like feel like you're like on air, that kind of thing, when people listen to it and stuff. And then the next thing I added was the reverse keys, and that was this. When Joeboy's baby came out, like a lot of producers were texting me on IG and sending me DMs and they were asking, oh, bro, what did you use for the flute sound and stuff? Well, I actually didn't use a flute. that was my voice. I recorded myself with my mic, then on Ableton. Then I exported the vocals and as a waveform and sent it to FL Studio. Then like I added effects to it to make it sound like a flute, which I will not tell you. So that's how it turned out like this. Yeah, so after that, basically after that, I actually, I felt like, just my voice like that and everything, it didn't sound strong enough. So I decided, oh, let me just add like extra things, extra melodies on it to fill everything up and stuff. Then I decided to get this reverse piano thing. I actually played it, then I reversed it. Then, but still, it still didn't sound strong enough, I guess, because it still sounds empty, I guess. So I decided to add something else. There's this sound like for producers out there. There's this sound. There's this plugin Serum. I use Serum a lot. It had this dope wavy sound. I really liked it, and I decided to use it. And it goes like this. Yeah. So everything all together. When I play everything all together, it sounds like this. Okay, so that was basically all for the melody. To be honest, that was all for the melody. So the next thing I actually did were the drums. Yeah, the drums. And well, I can't remember what I started with, to be honest with you, because I really do not remember. I just do some things that actually, just happened. So I think I started with obviously not the kick. I think I started with this. I started with the hats. I don't know why I started with hats. Like no one actually starts with hats, so I just started with the hats. Then I went to the snares because I just wanted to have like a vibe, like a bounce to it. I wanted to know what I was actually doing. If I'm actually making an Afrobeat or I'm making trap. Because at the time, just with the melody, I didn't know what I was doing until I added like the snares, and it sounded like this. Like it had that bounce, like with the, and there aren't any effects. Like my mixer is legit empty. I did not put anything on there. My master is empty. Everything is empty. Aside from like just the shaker, just the normal EQ for shakers and stuff. Then this came in with the snare. Like I added like an open heart and a vocal like woo woo woo. And I added something else. Okay, so there's something about this sound. I made this sound myself. I made this sound myself. There's this wood instrument I actually use at home. I have like this wood instrument in my house, so I just brought my mic and I brought the wood and I hit it together. Then I added effects and stuff, and it sounded different. So I added it to the beats, and basically I make my own drums. Most of my drums, I make my own drums, cause there's a way I want my stuff to sound, and if I wanted to sound the way I want it to sound, I would have to actually make my own stuff. So I decided to make my stuff. Not all my stuff, but most of my stuff, I actually do make them. So I started with the hi-hats and it went this way. Then I added a snare to it to give it a bounce. You can see the snare here. Very. I added like because I felt like it wasn't enough. Obviously, it wasn't enough. Although I didn't really do much on the beat, to be honest. I didn't really do much on the beat. Then, but I decided to add something else to it, and that was like one sample, an Iron Man sample. It's like an iron sound, just like an iron sound, like two scissors clashing together, that kind of thing. Then it went like this. This is the sound alone. Then with everything I just played, it already has like this bounce, that kind of thing. Okay. So basically, when normally I don't really like using congas my beats, but I just happened to use it on this particular one because it just sounded nice, I guess. So I just added it, and this was the conga right here. When I open it up, just I named it Glock because I really didn't know the name to use because it was a wood actually. I got a wood from my house and I hit it together and I noticed that, oh, I like the sound and stuff. Then I decided to record it with my microphone. Then when I recorded with my microphone, I put it into FL Studio. Then I decided to tweak it and it turned out like this. I actually didn't do, I just EQ'd it actually. I thought I put something on here, I just EQ'd it. I just EQ'd it. It just sounds like this alone. Then everything. Then the next thing I added was a vocal. Like I just saw it somewhere. I decided to add it. Like it was just like a random vocal somewhere. Then I decided to add it to the beat. Oh, then I added like this hi-hat kind of thing, like an open hat kind of thing to the beats. And shout out to my friend Jalon. He actually plugged me with his kits, and his kits has like fire stuff. Like, so I used Jalon's open hats, and it sounded like this. Like the snare comes in like here, like. Then I added another Glock because the Glock, I feel like it's my favorite instrument because I made it myself and it just gives like the beats. It gave the beat. That's actually personally, I feel like that's what actually gave the beat the bounce, my Glock. I call it Glock, I don't know why. I call it Glock. So it turns out like this. Like hearing it alone, it sounds like this. Then all together, it's all sounded like this. Then right now, what I'm about to show you guys right now is it just happened like just like trial and error kind of thing. I added like a bright knock. It's like a wood. It's also a wood instrument, but I just saw it somewhere in my samples, and I decided to add it in. It's like has like a simple sound. So everything all together, I'll have this. Then obviously the drums were already good, like the drums were already dope and good, like everything was looking nice already, but it's just that I just decided to add like the normal African shaker and stuff, and that was this here, right here. So this was the African shakers I used, like almost every, to be honest, this is like the most violated, this is the most violated shaker in the Nigerian industry. So I guess so. It's just a normal shaker I added to it, and well, it sounded like this with the shaker. Sorry. So to be honest, I already felt really good with the drums because one thing I learned how to do from listening to other people's music, other producers' works, like different people like Saz and stuff, is like they know when to stop, I guess. So I felt like, oh, I basically knew that I just had to stop at this point because I didn't want to put like too much on the beat. I wanted to like leave enough space for the artist to jump on it. The kick actually gave it the bounce. I actually made the kick myself. It's my own kick. I made myself. So that's all about that for the drums. That was just all for the drums. Then with the melody that so adding like the drums with the melody right now, it gave me this. When we add everything all together, like it sounds like this. Sorry. Okay, so I didn't want the beat to start like I didn't want the beat to just start and just enter like with the whole when everything is already done, like with the flute and everything looking nice and everything. I wanted it to like sound like okay, so you guys could hear the bars there. There was actually this was the bars I used. I made the bars myself on Poison. I made the bars on Poison, and basically I make all my stuff. To be honest with you, I just make all my stuff, and this is how it sounds alone. Okay, so I liked how simple the bars was and stuff. I just wanted to make everything simple, to be honest. Like I didn't want to put too much in it. Then I added this sound from Purity, clean mute dly. Clean mute dly. I don't know if I said that well, to be honest. Then it sounded like this. So I put a couple of things on it to make it sound that way. Originally, it sounded like this, I guess. And it was kind of too dry and it didn't sound live. I wanted it to sound live. I wanted it to sound like someone actually played this stuff, you get? So I added like delay, 2 delays actually. I EQ'd it away. With normal reverb, just to give it like, I put reverb on it to give it like space. Then with both the bars and the dly playing together, the Purity stuff playing together. So, and then there was also this instrument I used from Expand. I use Expand a lot, actually. I use Expand a lot. It's true, I use Expand a lot. The name of the sound is Shamasai. It looks Chinese, sorry, let's say Chinese. So, and it sounded like this alone. I actually added other things to it, but I just muted it because it was just too much. As I said, I just wanted things to be a little like free. I wanted it to sound free and stuff. Yeah. So, so hearing everything together, everything I just played you right now, this is it. Okay, so guys, I'm going to take you to my favorite part of the beat, and that is the bass, like the guitar bass actually. Sorry. So I got the bass from Purity, and the name of the bass is EB Bright Spring. It's in the bass guitar section, and it sounded like this. So basically, that's everything I had. So everything all together, and also yeah, like people wanted to know what I used for there was a flute sound like do, 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 do. Yeah. So it was actually a flute sound from Purity. Wow. Yeah, I use Purity a lot. It was a pan flute from Purity. Then I like put effects on it, and it sounded like this. Well, like, cause most of the time, like most Nigerian, in most Nigerian music that we hear and stuff, it's always with the drum rolls like, and I didn't want to put the pa pa pa, so I just put like a simple flute, and it turned out really nice, I guess. So that's how it started. Then with Joeboy's vocals on it, it sounds like this.
What have you do to get the love? Can I don't give you all I got, but you make enough for you. Show you fire me, but I fought on you. Now I be saying that you get enough for you. Yeah, but in the dark, nothing I can't do for my baby, my baby. Anytime when you need me, come to me, my side, wallet. But in the dark, nothing I can't do for my baby, my shawty, oh baby, my baby, my baby. Say you there for me, I saw there for you. Baby, say you there for me, I saw there for you. Yeah, but in the dark, nothing I can't do for my baby. Anytime when you need me, come to me, my side, wallet. But in the dark, nothing I can't do for my baby, my shawty, oh baby, my baby. What you wanna do, girl? Where you wanna go? Is anywhere you go, girl? I go follow, go. 'Cause I like the way you back it up, the way you go down low, and there's a reason that he ain't on you.
Okay. So I put this tag in the beat actually. I actually don't like one thing to know. I don't like using tags. I don't know why. Although I know it might not be a really, I don't think it's a good thing. I don't know if it's a good thing, but I don't like using tags because to be honest, I'm more about like the music and stuff. Like, I would just want people to feel the music. It's not about like, for me, it's not about the tag. So, but you know, I had this tag a friend of mine. Shout out to BK, by the way. BK, he's the one that did the tag for me. Friend of mine, BK, he did the tag and it sounded like this. It went like this. Basically, it's saying good work. Like, good work. And I just don't like using tags. I might not use a tag again. I don't know. But I don't like using tags. I just had to put this one because Joeboy forced me to put it. Yeah, so he forced me to add the tag. If it was up to me, left to me, I wouldn't have put the tag at all. So that's how people know this. Yeah, so any other thing concerning the beats would just be the rules. And the rules, I just got them from like random packs, to be honest. I got them from my random packs. Like clap, like a normal clap. Oh, and this is my favorite effect. I don't know why. This is my favorite effects. It's I like it. Yeah. And yeah. So it wasn't really that much, but I just wanted to just introduce the song, like bring in like the vibe and everything, because like I muted some things in the beginning of the song. So I wanted that drop to actually like be heavy. So I decided to like put like a little effect to it, like little drums to it to like give it like presence and stuff. So
what have you do to get your love? Girl, I don't give you all I got, but it's not enough for you. Say you fire me, got a photo, no. Now I be saying I don't be getting enough of you. Yeah.
okay, yeah. So actually the last thing I actually put on this beat, the last thing I put on the beat was guitar. I actually do not know how to play the guitar. I have no idea. I just don't know how to play the guitar. But when I was with Joe when he finished the song, when he finally finished the song, and he was like, "Oh, Dëra, like he wants the beat. I want the beat to like sound like end like just have like something else in the beat and stuff." Like he just thought maybe like another like rule or something. I told you that now like rules aren't really like cool. Like for the end, I won't like a rule to be at the end. And I decided to add like a guitar to it. So to be honest with you, I have no idea. I do not know how to play the guitar at all. This was the first time I actually held a guitar and I was like, well, let me just see how it goes. And as I said, trial and error. Like I like did it in front of Joe. I did it in front of Joeboy because we did it together at we were together in the studio. We finished it up in his studio. And I added it, you know, like obviously like for people that actually play guitar out there, please no offense, like I don't know how to play guitar big. I know some things might sound very off there, but I'm still learning, I guess. So it's just so that's how it sounded. So shout out to Freeme TV. Thank you guys so much for coming through. This is my Freeme TV Studio X, the making of Joeboy's baby. I'm Dëra, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.